Well, in my research, I've looked at global currencies and the benefits that they would have for the international monetary system. And we've also quantified this. And you can actually show that an international monetary system with a global currency would have advantages over the one we have at present, where there is a huge dominance of the dollar. Now, what Libra has done is basically it has shaken, up the central banking community because there is all of a sudden the possibility, both in terms of technology and in terms of a very powerful private player, that something like that might happen from the private sector. This is also why it's probably not going to happen, because there is, the regulators are right now saying we are not going to allow it. But the probability of something like this happening, either from the private sector or because central banks actually get together and do something like Libra type official digital money, is higher now.
But look at the difference, right, in the approach that the West is taking to digital currencies versus what China is doing. I mean, they are actually doing some internal research on coming out, and I'm given to understand that they are pretty close to actually launching their own digital currency in competition with what's happening in the US, and before Libra actually comes to the market.
Yeah, well, there are lots and lots of coins and tokens and stable coins as well already in the market. It's not like this is... What is actually new with the Libra is, on the one hand side, it's a global currency, and the second is, of course, it has a global backing with a network that could be rolled out very, very quickly. But and this is what makes it so, threatening to the central banking community. But again, central banks would be able to, if they banded together, to issue a global currency themselves. That's in fact, Mark Carney has made this proposal at Jackson Hole quite recently, and I agree with him. A synthetic global currency issued by the public sector. Why not?
Okay. Finally, before we wrap up, you have done a lot of research when it comes to the high growth emerging markets, the ASEAN region, right? What is the role that you think, women play in that part of the world? Because these are high growth markets and they can significantly contribute to productivity gains if the environment is such which encourages women empowerment and them being a key contributor in the jobs market.
So I'm actually at the Emerging Markets Institute here in Singapore at INSEAD, and as recently as yesterday, I was at MAS on a panel where the IMF was presenting the regional economic outlook, and one of the questions for the IMF was, exactly what you're asking. What if women's participation could be increased in the region? What would be the effect of that? Well, the answer is the effect would be more than just employing one more person, because as we now understand, it is actually there are complementarities of employing women and men, or more generally of diversity. So the growth effects you can expect would be larger than just the simple growth effects that you usually get if you just have one more person. So there are macroeconomic benefits of higher diversity.
Hi, I'm Emily Tan, and thanks for watching CNBC. You can check out more of our videos by clicking on the boxes on the screen, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more. Thanks for watching.